When our kids were younger, they were the envy of the neighborhood because at our house we had an art room. We had a whole room devoted to doing art, making art supplies, anytime they wanted to. You know, we had an old historic home and it was so perfect. They always have a lot of extra little nooks and cranny rooms. And so one side of the room was all floor-to-ceiling cabinets. And then in that room, we also had a nice sized table that was strictly for doing art on, so they could do whatever they wanted in that room and to that table. And I wasn't worried. It was there for making art. Now, you can have you can have an art room and art supplies, but it's all about what supplies you have. And it's not just about art. We did a lot of art, but we did a lot of crafts too. And so whatever I had stocked in those cabinets, I was really intentional about swapping things out and kind of introducing some new things, especially as the kids got older. You know, you don't want them to ever feel like, oh, did that, know that. So whether it was kind of moving into maybe it's bead making for this summer or glass painting. You know, I had 3 daughters, so we got into jewelry making or, you know, whatever the new adventure was for the summer, whether it was art or crafts. But having materials available and new materials from time to time keeps their interest, keeps them wanting to, and it is that open-ended joy of making things and doing things because they're creative, it's fun, it just feeds them and it feels good. And this is all perfect stuff to be doing in the summertime. Now, along with all that open-ended play, we were also sure to include instruction. You know, when you're doing some new material, especially when it's an art kind of a subject, you know, you're going to learn something new in art, you need instruction. You need to learn your trade and your skill. And as much as I am Young Rembrandts and I started Young Rembrandts and I taught Young Rembrandt classes, I made sure to enroll them in Young Rembrandt classes, or whether it was a weekly class or a week-long camp, so that they could work with other instructors, but they would just enjoy that shared experience of being in a group to learn art, but they would just get exposed to new ideas and new techniques and, you know, have a little bit more structure to it. And so whether it's an open-ended art experience or whether you're learning from an instructional viewpoint to really advance your skill, any kind of art, you know, you need them both, and it's just huge. Summer is a perfect time for this because you keep your kids engaged and learning and developing the skills that are going to give them the confidence to keep doing art and to stay engaged in the arts. You're not going to stay engaged if you don't feel really good about what you know how to do, and that's where instruction comes in. So enjoy stocking your art supply, but head over to Young Rembrandts and check out what kind of classes or camps are available for your kids in the area.